the organ's crying and the guitar's screaming, somebody's got the blues in Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, Fleischer's probably giving it to him, and Chuck's probably giving him the raz and the clink. Here we are at the Fleischer Forum, and I'm your lone wolf Usul, and we're getting ready for an hour-long Fleischer special. Good evening, good evening, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your lone wolf Usul, and I am here to present to you another Fleischer Forum. Today's Tuesday, December 29th. Fleischer's getting ever more excited for Halloween. They've all been promising some costumes. We've been getting little hints along the way. But for now, we've got some court cases. I hope everybody's ready. We're getting right into it.
All right, nerds, here we go. Let's roll. Ready?
Page 2. Bledsoe. Yes, ma'am. Come on up.
Come up, Miss Bledsoe. No. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, Ms. Bledsoe, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On September 12th, 2024, officers responded to an assault at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant reported that the defendant, her ex-boyfriend's baby mother, assaulted her, punching her on the nose, grabbing her hair, and busted her lip. The complainant stated that while she was walking to her car to take her kids to school, and when she was getting close to her car, the defendant came out from behind the dumpster, approached the complainant, and told the complainant, "Remember, I told you we were going to eventually meet." The defendant then punched the complainant on her nose and then grabbed her by her hair and kept hitting her. The complainant was able to get her mace and mace the defendant. The defendant let the complainant go and left the scene. The complainant stated she did not say anything to provoke this attack, and the complainant stated there is a history of previous violent incidents between her and the defendant, where the defendant has come to her apartment and tried to fight her. And the officers observed some minor injuries on the complainant's face, specifically a swollen nose, a busted lower lip, and a small scratch on her right cheek.
She has a prior injury to a child. She has a prior assault family member. Any of these related to that person?
Let me see, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
Ms. Bledsoe, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this complaining witness. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you do, or if I find that you're in possession of weapons, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. What do you do for a living, man?
I work,
Doing what?
I work at MKG,
I'm sorry?
delivering parts.
Okay. It's a full-time gig?
Yeah.
How much money do you make a month?
Little under nothing.
Sorry?
A little under nothing.
Okay. What's little to you is not little to me. So
$8 an hour.
do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
How many children do you have?
I have 6.
6 kids. Do you get support for any of those children?
I don't get any child support.
Okay. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, man?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using any illegal dope, you're using alcohol, likewise, I will put you in jail. Do you have custody of any of those children
That's, I don't use drugs, so that's fine.
or alcohol?
Or alcohol.
Okay.
That's fine.
Do you have custody of all those kids?
Yes.
Consider that if you go to jail, who's going to take care of those 6 kids?
I know I can't say much because you said it be used
No, I'm
against me.
just
Yeah.
asking you to, when you're out there in the free world, think, because you have a bunch of mouths to feed. If you're in custody, who's going to feed them?
I would just want to say, she's lying on me. She's been harassing me, but we'll wait till the, when I can't
So
speak.
we'll give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, fill out a reset. After that, I'll have you meet with pretrial and then we'll find your lawyer, man.
Okay.
Noel, page 16. I'm sorry.
Cameron Newell.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Newell, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. Second offense, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On October 21st, 2024, officer was dispatched as backup regarding a possible DWI where the defendant's vehicle hit the concrete wall at the 100 block of East Sam Houston Tollway after the defendant failed to maintain a single lane. The officer observed the defendant with slurred speech and slow responses and often asked the same question multiple times. The standard field sobriety tests were conducted, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 7 out of 8, one leg stand 1 out of 4. The defendant was unable to complete the one leg stand because he has screws in his left ankle. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to a blood draw.
So the PC is the accident, right?
The accident, Your Honor.
Are you on parole?
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation at this time?
Yes, sir.
Here's a prior manslaughter case where we had a death in a car. Was there alcohol or any kind of dope as an allegation of that one as well?
Let me check, Your Honor.
There was no alcohol involved in prior to this one. So the two of the charge came back.
I had a seizure, Your Honor.
Do you have a Texas driver license, Mr. Newell?
Sir.
If you want to drive, I'm ordering you not to drive in the middle of the night. I'm now putting a curfew on you and giving you a restriction. I don't want you out in the middle of the night, and I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm putting an ankle monitor on you so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. You better darn well know about every single thing that you put in your body. Mr. Newell, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public. You already have one fatality in a car under your belt. I'm not going to put up with it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No alcohol, drugs. You are not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have a guardian interlock on it. I am sending now notice to the Texas Department of Public Safety so that they know any car that you drive must be equipped with an ignition interlock. And if it doesn't, they're going to put you in jail. And I'm going to tell you now, you violate any of these conditions, I'm going to lock you up and I'm going to deem you a public danger and make your bond very high. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I do.
No alcohol, no illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you like crazy to make sure that you're not using it. What do you do for a living?
I'm a land surveyor,
How much money do you make a month?
2,000 to 4,000.
We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. Like I said, I'm giving you a curfew so that you're not out in the middle of the night. Do you understand? If you violate this, then likewise, if you go to jail, that's it.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'll be honest with you. I was
Don't.
Okay.
There's nothing that you can say to justify anything at this point. You gotta understand, Mr. Newell, my primary concern is public safety. That's the only thing that matters to me. Every day, someone in Harris County dies from an alcohol-related collision. It's a sick and sobering statistic that I will do everything in my power to prevent. Do you understand?
Sir,
And
I
if
do.
that means putting everyone in custody, I'm going to do it to protect my county. That's the only thing that matters to me. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'll get you a pre-trial for your bond conditions. And after that, we'll have you take a seat while we get all the paperwork ready. You must charge these batteries on a constant and daily basis. If the battery goes dead, they will file a bond violation report. And then you know what's going to happen. You're on notice now.
Sir.
Okay. Come on.
Judge, what would you like the curfew to be?
10 p.m. Yeah. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Moses?
Yeah.
You said you wanted a scram device as well?
Scram on one, GPS on the other. And then waive the fee for everything, please.
Page 6, Larsa. Judge, this one is a THA.
Alex, do me a favor. Will you, on that gentleman's case in the manslaughter, because I don't get the PC. I have no idea. In the manslaughter, was he arrested at that time on the scene or was he arrested later after the fact? Because I'm really concerned and I'm concerned whether alcohol was an issue in that case as well. So you said Garza?
Yes, Judge, case 6, CHA.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Garza. Do you have a lawyer today?
Order in the court. I do not.
What are you doing about that?
I can't afford an attorney, Your Honor.
Why not?
I don't make enough, Your Honor. And I'm not able to save.
How many
enough
lawyers
to-
did you speak to?
I've spoken to at least a minimum of 10 lawyers. And
Okay.
if just to get a lawyer down right now, like just for a down payment is at least $1,000 down. That's beyond anything I can afford at this
What do you
point.
do for a living?
I'm a security officer for the Houston Astros, Your Honor.
Okay, and how much money do you make a month?
I want to say estimated around,
Estimated, how much do you, I mean, you know exactly how much.
okay, so I take home around 1,800 a month. And
Is it every 2 weeks or every month?
every month.
1,800.
Mhm.
What expenses do you have?
I have a child support loan. I do pay rent and utilities.
Yeah.
How many what?
Kids?
Kids, just one.
And do you pay child support out of your check?
Please
or
take it out into the one of this one.
I'm sorry, Honor. I didn't hear you.
Pay for the child support? Does it come out of your check?
Comes out of a check every week.
I'm glad that you're paying child support. That's a great thing. I'm proud of you for doing it because not many do. I'll have you fill out an application. Let me take a look at it. And then if you do qualify, which I think you probably will, then I'll grant it for you. Okay.
Mhm.
The other thing is this, though, is that you got to understand that there's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI. And if you don't hire a lawyer quick enough, it's very possible that your driver's license gets suspended and you're not able to drive. Do you have a Texas driver license?
I do, still valid.
Okay. And you,
Pending hearing, Your Honor.
sorry, say it again?
Pending hearing with
For the-
Texas Department of Public Safety.
Got it. Okay, so just be aware that that's an important hearing. You could lose your license, so. The lawyer we give you now is not gonna do that. That's something that you're gonna have to do on your own, or you typically will hire a lawyer to represent you in that hearing.
I think it was a 200 some
So I don't
dollar.
want to, but that's something that you can do on your own. We pay for the criminal case, not for your, because that's a civil case. Okay? All right, if you want to get on over there, we'll give you an application, we'll have you sign a reset, and then we'll have you take a seat for $30. Please.
That's right.
And Your Honor,
That's it
he
for
was
now.
arrested on scene for that manslaughter.
On scene,
Direct,
okay.
yes.
Got it. All right.
Judge, last question for more, how much is it like for devices?
Just have a seat, ma'am.
Hey, Judge, can you take a look at this one?
Oh, this looks sketchy.
All
Maybe it's a bomb.
A heart sticker? That's nice. It's
lazy.
not valid.
Also for this one,
Say one time, sir.
for this one, and he came back positive. Yesterday we sent
where
him
is
to
he?
get tested in the box.
Okay.
No attorney, so I figured since it's dead, we can handle that one.
You go ahead and point him out,
Okay.
and then I'll do it.
Okay.
What?
And I think we have it too. The stickers. Is it your face or something? Oh, that'd have been funny. You made stickers with your face.
April Martinez. Come up, ma'am. Good morning. Have you spoken to your lawyer lately?
Yes, I went to go visit him in the hospital yesterday.
What happened?
Heart attack and 2 brain hemorrhage.
I gotta imagine he's probably out of commission for a while. What would you like to do?
If I can get a court appointment.
Well, that's what I was gonna suggest as well, just because he's out of commission. I can't imagine he's in any kind of capacity to represent you. If you'd like, I need you to fill out an application for me. We just need to make sure that you qualify, and then assuming you do, I'll appoint your lawyer today. Do you mind giving her? Just fill it out, be honest, and then I'll take a look. Okay, man?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. You ready? Hi, what's new?
I'm present on Jose Santos, which is on docket.
Okay,
There's an offer from felony to plea to their case, and they will dismiss the misdemeanors. 27th.
is it gonna happen?
Judge that I'm happy to discuss in chambers with the prosecutor if you want more information, but
Excuse me, counsel. Is your client Jose Santos?
Mhm.
Okay.
Guys. Hey, on hers, day after the felony. Day after the felony. Hey, Carl,
Hey, Judge.
what's new?
Signed representative Giovanni Cabrera. He was on docket yesterday. You sent him for a drug test. He came back after court was closed. And
Lucky you wasn't taken into custody.
I know, I understand that. And
Come up.
he's in,
Where's the rest of my put back here?
he's in the small tank. He tested positive for marijuana and methamphetamine, which he said he knew he was gonna test positive. Well, I know, I'm just saying.
Hey, I granted both of these. Are you with us today? You're with us today, obviously, right? Okay.
Yes,
Um,
you in court 7.
uh-oh,
Run there when I get back.
uh-oh.
I don't think the judge is there anyway.
Oh, is he not there?
I don't think so. I think his wife.
Oh, that's right. He had the baby. That's
He
right.
was having a baby this week.
If you guys need help over there, just let me know. I don't know who you have over there. If you need any help, let me know and I can run over there to do things. He tested positive for meth.
I'm so depressed. I'm homeless. I couldn't, I've been so clean for so long, Your Honor. I
Homeless, not working yet, you can use meth, right?
was so depressed and I'm so paranoid about sleeping on the streets. I've been clean for so long, Your Honor. You don't know how long I've been clean.
Uh-huh.
And it's just my state of mind. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did it.
Well, I have no choice, Mr. Cabrera, but to do one thing now. You know what that is, right?
It saved my life.
Good. That's what we want to do. We want to get you off any and all dope for all time. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that that happens. He goes with you. All right.
Madam Judge,
No, I don't even, well, what's the bond at now?
I don't think I think it's kind of academic because I don't think people make bond here.
So I think what we should do is set them up for a TRAS, see how we go forward. They may say residential is the way to go. I don't know. But at least we can get a headway of how to move forward. What's the best way? Because we don't know how deep the addiction is, right? So, and I mean, he's saying it's gonna save a life, so. Do you mind? Okay, and then I guess let's set it to beginning of next week. So hopefully by then we'll have the report, so we know how to. Unless you want to do something different. Okay. Well, we usually expedite it, so that it doesn't take too long. Abel, I sent you an email. One of your persons has a BVR, so just. Okay, you ready?
Yes, sir.
It's Plea.
Judge, we're approaching on Mr. Brown, Jamal Brown. It's a fugitive case. Judge, he signed for state jail time back in September 24th or 26th, I believe. And we're still here. He's asking me to approach to see if the court will consider forcing the state to have the fugitive case thrown out. They're asking for a reset for November.
When someone gets sentenced to some kind of prison time, that disposes of the case, right?
Well, they have to get picked up first by like state, this is a state jail pickup case, so it has to be picked up by the state jail first.
When does that happen?
Well, they told me they get a max of 2 years, not that it's gonna take 2 years, not that it's gonna take 2 years. But we typically reset it out 30 days. And we have to keep doing that. I have reached out to state jails in the past for.
Even if I were to give you a bond, a PR bond, they're not gonna let him out, because he got sentenced to state jail.
Correct, Judge.
You want me to explain it to him? Please. So we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, because even if they give you a bond,
He's not going
you
anywhere.
pled to state jail time. Now, is he done with the state jail time? How much time is he?
He pled to 10 months, so they're just waiting to be.
How much credit does he have? Do you know?
Well, he's waiting to serve his time in state jail.
I know, but he still has credit, and he's building credit while he waits to even get to state jail. So,
I don't know.
yeah, I mean, if he's been in jail for a long time. I need you to put the felony bill, I'm guessing the 187.
I see it, Judge, yeah. That email you were talking about.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I should be able to pull the judgment anyways. I might- Okay, so he got 10 months state jail. He got 97 days credit. That was on. It's 9/24, right?
Yes.
So now we're what, 10/29, so that's. How are you? You were Jamal Brown?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Jamal Brown, you are wanted out of
Jefferson Parish, Louisiana.
for
That's 13,000.
another theft case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now 6. Doesn't get better.
I already signed.
I got it. So what I see, you signed for 10 months state jail, okay? I see that you signed with 97 days credit. I see that you've been waiting for at least 35 days in jail. That probably around, it gives you around 130 to 132 days credit from what I see. Even if I give you a bond right now, a PR bond, you're not going anywhere because you have a sentence to serve. So even if I give you a bond, you're just going to sit there until they take you to state jail. So there's nothing but what I was telling Abel here is that you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because you got time that you got to serve. So there's nothing that I can really do to force them to take you to state jail. I don't know why. I mean, is it booked at the gills or what?
Sometimes they'll have them sit in the county jail until their time is almost up, and then it starts a process to release them.
I will say that county time is a lot easier than state jail time.
Yeah, I
So
don't,
that's kind of a blessing in disguise, you
I
know?
don't want to do county time. I'd rather go to state jail. If you
But
could
it's
give
up
me,
to them when TDC decides to pull.
I know you can give me a PR bond, that'd be fine. And I'll go from there. I don't want to do county time.
That's not gonna happen, man.
Okay, so why did you tell me
You
that?
got 10 months.
He said even if he gave you.
I know, but I'm not trying to leave. I'm trying to leave county so I can go to state jail because I have other things I want to take care of. Want to get my 20%. I don't want to stay in county time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if you could give me a PR bond so I can wind up doing my state jail time and I go and take care of my Louisiana time.
Me giving you a PR bond doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna get you to state jail any faster.
Okay, but if you could, that's what I'd like to be granted.
Okay. Is there any way to expedite him to get to state jail? What did they say?
Well, I haven't talked today extensively about this yet. We just knew that we have to approach with counsel today. As far as I know, whenever I've tried to reach out to state jail or like TC about when they're gonna pick up, they usually don't give me like a specific day that they're gonna do it. I could reach out, but I can't guarantee that they're actually gonna say they'll pick up in time.
And it's kind of early still. Do you want to reach out to Dave to see what he has to say about this?
Yeah.
And then, if he can, try to put in a call to state jail to see what's going on. You know, the 20%, doesn't that come from a judge anyways?
No, it comes from the drug program. The Harris County gives it 20%. I was on there last year. It gives it 20% when I go down there, but I have to go down there in order to receive my 20%. I don't want to necessarily do 10 months in county because I didn't sign for 10 months in county. I signed for 10 months state jail. And I would like to go down to state jail so I can be able to, go to the law library, write Louisiana, start taking care of business down there because they don't have the proper materials down here in Harris County.
Can you also reach out today and ask him, because he's doing 10 months state jail, is Louisiana still interested in him? Do they still want him?
Okay, yeah.
A lot of times when someone gets sentenced to prison or state jail time, the demanding jurisdiction, meaning here, Louisiana, will release the hold. But because here it's only state jail time, not that much granted, and you're like you're saying, you're getting 20%, they may want to keep the hold so that when you do get your time done in state jail, at that point they'll ship you off to Louisiana to deal with that.
That's what I like to have.
Yeah. So give me a little bit of time. I'm going to reach out to another prosecutor to see what we can do about trying to get you more information. I can't guarantee anything, but we'll try,
Yeah, please.
Well, worst they can say is take a hike, but we'll try for you.
Yeah, so I have a question. So they was going to keep me here to hold for 10 months.
Sorry?
They was going to try to keep me here for 10 months and keep resetting.
No. We'll get you to state jail, but the problem is that they're probably not going to release the Louisiana hold.
That's fine. I'd like to go to state jail. I wouldn't want to do no time in county.
Let's try to get you there. We'll try to get you there. Okay.
So wait, I have a question. So they was going to continue keeping me here because last time I came here and I never seen.
No, like I said, my experience is when someone gets sent to state jail or prison, they release the hold. That's my experience.
Our fugitive case isn't actually keeping him here. It's just we are waiting on state jail to come and get him.
But look, we're going to try to reach into it for you, and then I'll bring you out a little bit and tell you what we find. Okay? For sure. Is Cabrera not on the docket today? Really? No, I have the cause number here. I thought we were going to roll it to today. Oof. Oof. Caramba la bamba. Who is it?
That's a lot of the bad folks.
Are they, yeah, hey, are they both in custody?
Both are in custody, yes. First one, Mr. Henderson, Your Honor.
What would you like to do with Mr. Henderson?
I'd like to reset it for the night after his felony, which is set for November 20th. He has a felony that arose out of the same transaction. It's my understanding that he has been offered probation in the felony court. And provided he does so, this case may be dismissed.
Do you know if he's planning on bonding out?
I'm not sure, but I think you would have a problem with the felony court.
It's not that high, it's at 5,000 now.
I'm going, I got a case over.
Okay.
So is that? Yeah. Well, over there, I got
We'll set it, I think his bond is insufficient though. I'm gonna raise it up because his case is super duper old and he was on the lam. So 5,002 on Henderson, yeah. Who was your other guy?
The other one is Mr. Villatoro Torres.
Page 32.
Okay, and what would you like to do with him?
He was, it's my understanding, he was previously deported during the COVID season back in 2020. He has since re-entered and
Upped again.
came back
They
in.
put another immigration detainer on him now.
He has another immigration detainer.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. I mean,
Okay, the prosecutors got attempt to contact the complaining witness, Your Honor, and in the event that they cannot locate him, which is my understanding that he has also been deported, they will evaluate the case at that time.
So Judge, the RIP was completed a while ago. We've been in contact with him in the past. I will attempt to see if we can still contact him. And if we can't, I mean, we do have all the evidence in. I anticipate that we would be able to prove the case without him, but we'll do a full eval and I'll see if he is still in, if he really has been deported, then.
I mean, it's old, but whatever you want. If you want a couple weeks and sure.
I like a reset, you know, you prosecutors reasonable time to make an effort. He's not going anywhere, anyway.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good to see you again, Judge.
Yeah. I know this one.
So yeah, I was just gonna stop it. Yeah.
I need someone from the state for a plea.
Just move over just a little bit.
Mr. Ratcliffe?
How you doing?
Ratcliffe, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail. Actually, it's a year, it's an A, right? You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail, credit for the 6 days that you've done. You need to understand this charge will go on your record. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
You also, it looks like you still have the case upstairs. Is that one going away or?
He wants to try to bond out the fight. If he's gonna go away, I sit in here, you know what I'm saying? If they gonna
give me time served or whatnot, I sit in there and, yeah.
Best thing that you can do, Mr. Ratcliffe, is you gotta show up. When
I'm
you
gonna show up,
to
yes, sir.
court,
I got
it's
you.
happened,
Yes, sir.
no?
Yes, sir.
I'm not in control over that case, but you gotta show up. When you
Yes, sir. Only
do,
reason I ain't come to court this time, because I ain't had no way. I ain't had no way to get to it.
where there's a will, there's a way, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Ratcliffe.
Yes, sir.
No.
I got you. Yes, sir. I got you.
When you come, I mean, we all work to make sure that everybody gets the best result.
Yes, sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
Now here, they've offered you 30 days in jail, give you credit for the 6 days that you've done. But like I said, you're not getting get out because you still got the case upstairs. But you
Yeah.
gotta understand, next time you pick up a new case, come back.
Yeah, 90, I got you.
You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, your possible immigration consequences, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, it will go on your record. You can never take it off.
Yes, sir.
This is what you want to do.
Sir.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. The only other thing I'm going to tell you is that if you go back to this place, they're going to arrest you right again. So
Yes,
I
sir.
wouldn't go back to
You
this
gotta
place.
worry about me going back. I got you.
All right, so
I got you.
Mr. Ratcliffe, this way.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
if it's enhanced, abandoned. No. Good morning. Hey, what's new?
Just have an off-docket matter, if it's okay to bring that to you at this time.
Sure. What's your cause number?
The cause number is 2471881.
Shields.
George Shields, UCW that came out of a DWI. We've already completed pretrial intervention program. Both cases have been dismissed.
Are they unopposed?
I'm sorry?
Have you talked to them to see if they're any opposition?
We have a motion to return property. I spoke with the state and she indicated they wouldn't be opposed. It would just be up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, Judge, I mean, he doesn't, can you run and say?
Yeah.
There's no criminal history previously.
We're just seeing if he's caught any more charges.
Is it going to you or is it going to the defendant?
It would be ultimately returned to my client.
Yeah, just that they own the gun.
I don't know. I don't know how long he's had the gun. I assume a long time. He owned his own business, was an oil and gas executive. I don't think there's any indication that it was stolen or otherwise. And it may even be a family heirloom, which is kind of his.
He has no other criminal history, Judge, no other prior convictions or anything.
Unopposed?
We're not opposed.
Okay, I'll grant it.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Take care.
How you doing?
Look at what you dragged in.
I know, I haven't
Been
seen you.
so long. What's
in like,
new?
A while.
Yeah.
Since you take the bench.
new?
James Austin, Your Honor, Your Honor, have a Raul Casares. It's, I wanted to approach the court about a walkthrough and setting bond and conditions. And he's here with the bondsman, Your Honor.
You want bring him up, please?
Counsel, make it a cost.
Yeah, sure. Sorry about that.
253 5183.
Yes, sir.
Casares.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Casares, you're charged with, I think I remember this case. You're charged with indecent assault. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Is this the one where there's a maid?
Yes, Your Honor.
The complainant was employed as a housekeeper in the defendant's home. The complainant was cleaning up the house when the defendant approached the complainant and told the complainant to touch it. The complainant refused to touch the defendant and the defendant grabbed the complainant's right hand and placed it on the defendant's genitals over his clothes. The defendant eventually left and told the complainant not to tell anyone about the situation. The defendant later approached the complainant as she was cleaning the bathroom, and the defendant entered the bathroom and locked the door. The defendant then grabbed the complainant's right breast, removed her face mask, and began kissing the complainant. The complainant believed if she kept ignoring the defendant, he would stop. The defendant did eventually stop and left the bathroom. The officer observed text messages between the defendant and the complainant, where the complainant stated she wanted nothing to do with the defendant, and her decision was firm.
Okay. Mr. Caceres, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm issuing what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies her as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. If you violate this court order, the state can and will file a, additional case against you, violation of a protective order, and things will go sideways quick. You have a lawyer, he will take care of you. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Olson, and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. So if you pick up a new case, violate conditions, no more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You guys, let's talk about bond. There's no bond set at this time. You guys have a recommendation?
5,000.
Judge, I would ask for 2,500. He has no contact with the complainant.
Any criminal history that you guys see?
Yes, Judge, he was on a 2-year probation out of Bear County and for a DWI, but this was in 1990. And then he had another charge for a possession of marijuana in 1992 out of Bear County, and the disposition on that is unknown. But those are his only 2 other charges.
Those are the only things you see?
Or residency, I see, Your Honor, just.
Please. Assuming that's it, Mr. Casares, I'll tell you now that I will do everything in my power to protect the city at all costs. I think that, and I firmly believe that everybody deserves at least one chance. I will give you a PR bond now, but I'm not going to give you another one. If you pick up a new case, you become a danger to our city, I only have one place for you, and that's lockup. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll set the bond at 2,500. I'll give you a PR bond and then go from there. He needs to sign the MOA. Also, we'll put other conditions for him, no contact and no weapons, and that's it for now.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, guys. Thank you, Mr. Olson. All right, sir. Do not leave until we get you to sign all the paperwork. Okay.
Right this way. Counselor, how?
Can you file no contact and no weapons, please, on that? Guys, you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Kim,
Hello.
what's new?
Same old show.
You got the show.
Judge, Mr. Brown again. I spoke to the bailiff. He did inform me that he's not going anywhere until you come pick him up. Either way, same thing with the prosecutor's office. We are aware of that.
Do you think that they'll come get him? Do you have any kind of inkling as to when?
No, Amy emailed our contact, our liaison at the sheriff's office for TDCJ, who handles the state jail division, and we just haven't gotten a call back, but they're usually pretty responsive within a couple of days. But typically, just along with the transport, they take about 1 to 2 months on average at best, and they're usually more high priority ones. And so it being theft in a state jail and not something closer to murder or things like that, it's gonna be a lower priority. But for, until they actually schedule the pickup, they can only have an estimation, because I've had them.
Can we roll it to tomorrow and wait to see if they respond?
course,
Are you
no.
okay with that?
Yeah.
And
But
just let
that's-
them know that, they're backed up, they're busy. It may take some hours to get a response, but we're
Right.
trying on his behalf.
And I think what he fails to understand is even if he didn't have this extradition case, he's still not going anywhere because they're trying to take him.
Little understanding that, we're not gonna just drop everything.
Right.
Just to get back to
Well,
you.
that's my concern, because even if they give us an estimation, I've had them be off up to about 3 weeks, and that's obviously the extreme ends of when they actually pick
And
up.
I mean, once we hear from them, if they give you some kind of estimation, we'll give him the caveat that, hey, nothing's as etched in stone, right? I mean, it's just an estimation and
Right.
just,
Okay. I mean, I'm not.
there's
opposed.
consequences when you pick up cases, right?
Of course.
Right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Here.
So you can go talk to your attorney.
Sorry, Jillian. Just they were really busy over there. Okay, you ready? Hi.
Cavazos.
Isaac Cavazos?
No, Roberto.
Okay. What's the word, Thunderbird?
We're just approaching for another reset. We were set to eval today. We have the state's made an offer. It involves restitution. My client is adamant that it was not his fault, even though that is
So when
not something they have to prove
It's
for
200 days.
Well, Judge, that they don't have to prove that my client was at fault in FSGI. So it kind of puts me in a tough spot. So I just want.
No, but I mean, if he's saying he's not guilty and there's no proof.
He doesn't have to be at fault to be guilty of FSGI or failing to stop and give information, even when it's not his fault. So I don't want to put him in that situation just yet to where we could not have a good case for trial. But it's right now, if he's not at fault, it's not the fairest offer.
It says restitution, $1,000 dismiss.
The allegation is that after they collided, he took off. And we're not exactly disputing that at this time. We're just disputing who was at fault. In read the restitution.
Does it really matter whose fault it is?
For FSGI, no, but for restitution, they're saying that he owes my client money. And he's saying he doesn't want to, he's fine with the deferred, just he doesn't want to pay any money because he said it wasn't his fault.
Who's at fault?
We can look further. I mean, it's a he said, she said. The complainant said that he hit
Cops
her.
not come out?
Defendant said, I'm sorry?
Did the police not come out?
No, the police did come out, Judge.
They should have issued some kind of, 9 times out of 10, they'll issue some kind of citation to who's at fault, failure to control speed or.
In the OR, it just says that the complainant stated that I think there was like a road rage situation going on. Defendant said that complainant hit her, complainant said that defendant hit him. So
It's a side swipe situation, so
Right,
they both
and
have
it's-
side damage. So.
we can try to look further into it. We've already obviously done a rip with the complainant. She is adamant that it's not her fault.
What's gonna change?
Well, I mean, I'm not an Allstate agent, but I have not, in my evaluation, I didn't actually pull up Google Maps and look at the lanes and I can, if I can do that, perhaps we can see exactly what happened. I think they might have been both taking right turns and somehow.
So it's close to 200 days, a couple weeks,
Yeah, a couple weeks all I need.
but at that time, we needed to make.
Clear trial.
We need a decision, like
Yes, sir.
either he sets up a trial, he accepts it, and restitution is 1,000, you said?
Yes, Judge. It was, that was the deductible on her insurance.
Right, okay. So,
Right.
I just took a brief look at the crash report, Judge. That doesn't indicate an at-fault driver, but it does indicate that Unit 1, which was the defendant, failed to control their speed and struck Unit 2, which is the complainant. So according to the officers, they believe that the defendant was the one that failed to control his speed, thus causing the accident. They don't say at-fault driver, but they do indicate they believe that he's the one that's caused the accident.
all right, so Jillian, we'll give you the 2 weeks. He's got to come back and let us know at that point what he wants to do then.
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah, okay, for sure. Thank you for being patient. I have been researching your case.
Well, I think
like crazy.
the chief maybe wanted to, this is on.
Yes. Thank you, Judge.
But I've been doing my research as well, right? And there are 3 types of capias that can issue, right? There's the chapter that you're invoking.
2302, or chapter 23.
The chapter 23 types.
Yes.
Then there's a chapter, what's it called? Let me see.
There's one under 46, which is like.
No, it's chapter 43, which is post-judgment capias, correct?
Okay.
And if you want I'll give you time so you can also take a look at it if you want, so I don't make a decision now, because I know what I think I want to do.
Right.
Okay, because I don't think it's based on what you're saying. But I'll give you time to look at it so you can make an argument as well.
Well, may I step away and do that now, because he's in custody and I don't want him to remain in custody if at all possible, but I guess we're looking at 43 as it existed in.
It's after
2015.
judgment and sentencing has been done to get the defendant's presence before a court. That's that type of capias versus the other type where it's basically going out there to identify for purposes of arrest.
Well, and my position would be that where the term capias is used in the code, anywhere within the code, it is defined by
It's not.
2301.
And it's not though, because this one here is defined by 43, not just 23 or 32 or whatever it is.
So there's a separate definition. So I'll take a look at that.
It's not a necessarily separate definition, but it's a different type of capias, not a disposition of the case type capias. But take a look and then come back.
Sure. Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Janelle. Hey.
Just wanted to approach,
Yes.
we could discuss on Caleb Jones, but I was wanting to do it
Did you get?
without being recorded.
Did you get? No, I'm not gonna. I live stream for everybody. You know.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't want his protected health information being put out on YouTube. My sister-in-law in Arizona sent me a video that I was not aware of. He argued with you about his medical issues.
I live streamed the proceedings, and I've done it for the last 3 years. You know. So.
I can't agree to this, Judge. It's protected health information. I think we're kind of getting in an area that we really don't need to be getting into.
I just want to know what if he tested positive.
He tests positive for what he has prescriptions for, which would be the.
He tested positive.
He tested positive for benzos, THC, and
Buprenorphine. Okay. Does he have a prescription for all those?
He does, Judge. I have the prescription list from Walgreens. I tried to email it to pretrial services, but they're.
It should still be valid. It might be.
It's a valid address, but it says it only allows people from inside pretrial services. So I'll send it to compliance, because I know that one works.
You want to send it to me and I can take a look at it? Here.
That's okay.
Here's my email address.
And then Judge, he's still testing positive for the THC as well.
I know.
For Philo?
Yep. So while you're doing that, I'm going to talk to them, Dustin, so I can just kind of thin out. Good morning, Ms. Johnson.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
How are you?
I've got not on your docket today. You have a defendant, a Fleming, that checked in with pretrial. He has no travel restrictions. He and his family are going to Utah, 14th to 17th of November.
I don't have a problem with any travel restrictions. If we've ordered them not to use drugs or alcohol, please let them know they're not supposed to, no matter where they go. They're probably going to get tested when they get back, so just have them beware.
Absolutely. My only concern, I have talked to pretrial, my only concern is he does have random UAs. If he's
So
away.
while he's on his trip, it'll be momentarily told. But when he gets back, let them know they're probably going to end up testing him. So just to be aware.
You wanna
Okay?
check in with
No
Judge.
using, no matter where he's going, what he's doing. And then just let her know and then we'll.
I'll give him the dates.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
For sure. Hi.
I'm approaching on a case on tomorrow's docket. It is 2320861. And I believe the state subpoenaed the officer, and I was gonna.
Yeah, I've been in contact with the officer as of about an hour ago. They were under the impression that the evidence had been uploaded to our portal, and I told them it hasn't. I told them it wasn't. And so he said he
Subpoena them to
will,
come here for tomorrow.
he will put it on a flash drive, and he is bringing it to me today.
I hope so.
I hope
Because if not, we're going to have a contempt hearing tomorrow.
And my client's brother died, and she was asking if we could move it to next week. She says her brother died on Saturday. No,
This case is 4 years old.
I understand.
There's always one thing or the other. It's after 4 years, no waived appearances. It don't matter if it's, no. I don't, how do I even know this?
I understand.
After 4 years.
Well, I thought the state was gonna tell me that they weren't gonna have it tomorrow, but that's.
Well, we don't know yet. What if some intervening superseding event happens?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
As Murphy's Law dictates, right?
Thank you.
Judge, good morning, approach. Judge, I'm approaching on a case that's set for your docket on Thursday, I believe. I have a cause number for you.
Hi, Ricardo.
Hey, Judge, 2501236, Mr. Rafael Lobet. It was on docket last week. There was an issue before doing a plea. I wanted to look at the full disclosure. I still don't have that full disclosure.
I provided I think I filed the protective order with you, Judge.
I've signed everything. Oh.
Oh, perfect.
I haven't seen you.
Is this my copy?
Yes.
All right, Judge. All right, guys, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No, here, that's for you. And Ricardo, I think that's it.
Yes, Judge.
I don't think that there's anything else.
Well, Judge, we had another case as well. It was a,
Ooh. Let me make
There was
a
a
copy. I'll
different
give you right
case.
back.
I also provide, I know which one you're talking
Which
about.
one was that?
Let me look at the email because you did email me about it. But yes, I also provided those to Judge.
what case was that?
Was that one electronic? Because, let me make sure. Here.
Sounds about right.
Here. Oh, I need to make a copy. Sorry.
Judge.
Give me 2 minutes. I'll give you the copies.
That's fine, Judge. Thank you. Who was the officer on that?
I think it was.
We got both coming.
I think so.
Okay. No. House cleaning. Yeah. Hey, what's up? I was
How are
wondering,
you? What's up?
what you got?
It's not on the docket today, Judge. I just filed a writ of habeas corpus. It's a post-conviction writ.
Is it?
Andreina Paulos.
So it's, I mean, it's a writ, so it's not, is it
Post-conviction?
is it an immigration writ?
No. She took it deferred. It was an assault case. She took it deferred. Her lawyer had 2 other co-defendants. It was 3 co-defendants on 1 complaining witness. My client was talked into a plea deal, and the other co-defendants got their cases dismissed. Yeah, so we've got some IAC. I'm just dropping off
Yeah, you drop me off everything you need. I need to get a copy to the state so they can see it. It's not even with you though. It's got to go with,
I'm gonna go drop it off on the 6th.
yeah, it goes with,
I just filed it. They're working on getting the new cause number for me, and they'll email me that and the court dates, but. I just
okay,
wanted to
yeah,
shoot
okay.
courtesy copy.
Thanks. Wow, that's thick.
Yeah, it's only 14 pages. The rest is.
It's from a movie, you know? Oh my God, look at that. Holy moly.
So don't worry, you're not gonna have to read all.
No, it's okay. I'm happy to do it, really. I was quoting a movie.
Which one?
The Toy. You ever watch The Toy?
Oh, yeah.
Richard Pryor.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And he's dead. Original cause number, let's see.
The underlying cause number on the first page, Judge, it's at the very bottom.
Have you spoken to the underlying lawyer yet?
Oh, yes, Judge. It took me 6 weeks to just have a conversation with her to get the file. It took me 6 more months to get a copy of something from her file. She has since been disbarred.
What?
Yes, sir. Not because of my client. She was in line with the grievance committee. But
Oh,
yeah.
okay, well, let me give them their time so they can do their diligence, and then we'll set up for a hearing, and then we'll go through there. Do you have like an affidavit or anything from her, or?
From the lawyer?
Yeah, no, okay. Well, I don't know, sometimes they will.
That's fair. I'm sure that's worked out for her. I'm sure she'll come off.
Don't, I mean, hope, well, I guess we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. Okay.
Okay.
All right, just, you want to let them know, and then I guess perhaps this week, if you want to get in touch with a specific person in Ritz, come down here with them, we'll pick a date for a hearing, and then we'll go through that.
All right, I'll drop this off through them right now.
Yeah, okay,
All right,
thanks.
got it.
And Judge, on the.
My
benzo,
goodness, that's a
just to
lot of
correct,
stuff.
On the benzo, it's the per needed for the seizures. If you know, if you'll see, he gets 3, he only got 3 at one time and 6 at one time.
Prednisone, is that the one that's
It's not a
the,
prednisone, that's a steroid. It's the hold on, let me look it up. It is the.
let's do this. I'll print it out, you circle it. That way we don't get into it.
I think it's from December.
I'm printing it out, circle which is which, and just mark which is which, so we can take a look. Yeah, okay. Brian, ready? At the end of the day, let me ask you this. When it's all said and done, what do you want?
Well, I want him to be unsatisfactorily terminated from probation. This was a 20, and I think I generally.
How
agree-
long has he been in?
9 days.
Done.
Okay. And we agree. I gave him homework and then he gave me homework. So
That's done. I mean, because that's what we would normally do anyway. It's a first or is it a second?
It's a first, Judge.
first DWI.
Done.
Okay.
That way we don't even have to.
Yes. Well, I think I agree with the court on the K piece. I think there was some question about whether when it's a suspended sentence, what happens.
Fantastic, fantastic
But it is
argument.
defined
I
in
love
that. It is defined in
It just-
4301. So.
Great job, but right. And new stuff for everyone, right? And that's what, when you research and when you do the diligence, it's a constant learning, right? So there's 3, perhaps even 4 types of KPSs, and right, and this is kind of, so. But at the end of the day, I think that that's probably something that we would have done anyways.
Yes.
So that way we don't have to.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's always. Does he speak English?
He does.
You, please advise him that, anytime he's in a car, he gets pulled over, they're gonna see this. And it's not gonna end up well if he smells like dope or alcohol. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
for sure. Yeah.
That's the one I circled. That's it.
I mean, I always need to. It doesn't matter. It's not.
But Dustin, how is it possible that he's still testing positive? He's got 9 pills and they were prescribed a year ago.
Per meeting, he has a seizure. He had a seizure. He actually texted me asking if he could go to his mom's suite for her to monitor him. I said, no, your mom needs to go to you because you're on the monitor for curfew. He said, yes, there's a seizure. He wanted to be monitored. And so he said, I took my harassment out. That's why he only has 9 at a time. It's when he has a seizure, he hasn't available. He's not doing it. He only does it
So
positive.
how do we know that he's just not making it up that he has one?
He only has 9 of them. It's not gonna be something.
No. How do we know about the fact that he's just not fibbing about seizures? You got to understand, in the nature of our business, we don't take people for their word. I can't,
But he texted me asking if he could go to his mom's. I said, no, your mom needs to go to you because the curfew. I said, in that violation, that issue. I said, if you need to go to the ER, you can go to the ER. He doesn't have to go to the ER. He's like, I don't feel like I need to go to the ER to my out of hand.
I guess, Judge, does he have medical records that he could?
Oh, yeah, like this is a prescription record.
Well, those are prescription records, but are there records like just saying, like from a doctor saying that he has these conditions? Because maybe that would ease your concerns, Judge.
And Judge, just so you're aware, he has reached out to his primary care physician and requested a referral to a psychiatrist because he did take a lot of what you said at heart and he does want to explore those options. So he does have a referral. He's going to be thinking about it. So.
Come on, Mr. Jones. The only thing I'm trying to say,
But he has 1 positive for the benzo. It's not before or after, but he only has 9 for per needed. So it's not like he's getting a bunch
it's not good to substitute one addiction for another addiction. You're only hurting yourself in the long run. At some point, you're going to have to deal with this because what you're literally doing is you're slowly killing yourself physically and mentally. And it's not a good way to go through life. At some point, you're going to have to deal with this. And it's better sooner than later, because the more time you take, the more difficult things become. You know what I mean? We're not here to hurt you. We want to help you and we want to see you in the best light that you can be. And you end up in just, I don't want you to be addicted from one thing to the other. I want you to be able to deal with it and deal with it in a healthy way so that you're not always having to deal with some kind of substance or some kind of chemical. Because truth be told, Mr. Jones, it's mind over matter, you know? And I know it's easier said than done, but you can. When you put your heart and soul, you can get anything done. So, have you been prescribed or have you been found that you have a seizure, that you have?
Judge, I really don't think this is appropriate to be talked on an open public forum. This is HIPAA protected health information. I have to object, sorry.
And well, then you're gonna have to provide me with records so.
If you want to have a conference in chambers or without audio, I'm fine with that. But I'm not trying to put more of his medical history out there for the internet and YouTube to see. I don't think it's appropriate. You can still live stream it, just mute it, just like if you were in trial and the jury shouldn't hear it.
I need to know that if he's taking benzos, it's not something that's illegal. That it's actually prescribed and it's for a medically necessary purpose.
And we can provide that, not in front of the world.
Okay, so I guess set it for later this week, and I want to see that he has the the purpose.
I will submit it to you under seal, so you can review it. It's not, but I'm not gonna do a public filing, and I'm gonna
Okay with
object
that,
to a public
Dustin.
hearing.
I'm okay with that. I have no issue with that, but if it continues to test for benzos.
And he probably should test today for benzos. It's gonna be, he's not taking it seriously, he's not taking it as a thing, and he doesn't have a prescription, which I provided to you. But I don't want to discuss. Well, Walgreens wouldn't lie, Judge.
I get it, but you have 9 and it's been since.
Per needed. You don't take all 9 unless you need one at a time. That's why they give you 9. They don't give you 60. If you're doing it daily, they give you 60. If you're doing per needed, they give you 9.
So let's do this then. If he is, he only has a limited number, right?
Correct.
So if he's tested positive already 3 times for benzos,
That's not accurate at all.
then that's 3 pills.
Twice, okay, twice.
Okay.
But you tested him 3 times in 3 weeks, so.
Okay, we're gonna continue to do it because I want to make sure that you're not using it. Do you understand? Okay, all right, here you go.
Thank you. We'll submit, let's make sure I'm clear on what we're doing, so.
Done. Yeah, I'm gonna keep testing you like crazy. I want you to know that.
So we just set him up for weekly testing, Judge, as part of
That's what we're-
conditions.
yes.
We're not going to court every single week. Because it's kind of, I mean, personally, it's a little bit harder on my docket.
You
too.
don't have to, you don't
Okay.
have to show. He's got to come and test every Monday and Thursday. You don't have to show. He does.
Does that include like showing the court or just reporting on said, just send
Yeah,
a
just to make sure where you want to
Just,
go.
but you got to come here to get the order and then we send you there.
Okay.
So you come here, get the order, we send you there, and then you go, and then we'll deal with it when the time comes.
And also I'm getting.
I need proof also that he's all medical conditions, because I want to know that it's medically necessary, that you're not taking it just for s and giggles. That's not.
Understand.
Just for Judge.
Okay, all right, guys.
So we're doing Monday, Thursday, testing?
Yeah.
So we'll put them on.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So, but you though, Dustin, we'll give you a date, like a couple weeks out. You don't have to come. And remember, you can always Zoom. That's why we have it, to make your life easier, really.
So of course my objection is to Zoom, so it'd be kind of.
But
critical.
you can know, but it's there to make, because we have people all over the county, you know? So
Thank
my only problem with those writs are, with the cases that are really old, how is that fair to both sides? Because are you still going to have everything? Because remember, if I grant that writ, it opens the case anew, like as if nothing ever happened before. But what kind of positions that put you guys in, And it concerns me because, if the case is like from 11 or from 2007, but this one, I think it's from 18. So hopefully you guys still.
We're hoping.
Yeah, okay. Done? Done. Nice. Go have fun. And it's early too, look, 12:30. All right. It's hot as hell in here again, huh?
That's this heater over here.
You got a heater on for real?
I'm freezing, but.
What are you talking
No,
about?
look.
I'm sweating. Could you possibly be that cold?
I believe you.
Ay, ay, ay.
Like it's right here.
Oh my God, I'm like boiling here.
I'm the same way. I have my
Boiling
own.
potato.
That's what Halloween is.
All right, we done? All right, guys online, we love you. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a great day. Just watch out. It's almost to Halloween, almost to Halloween. We're all gonna dress up, so get ready. All right, bye, guys.
Well, another day in the books. Another docket gone. You know, we got 3 more of these days in this week. And one of them, we've been promised costumes. Ladies and gentlemen, join me again tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, the Fleischer Forum. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Chat's been amazing. Thank you very much for the tummy rubs. The chihuahuas will actually get them. Guys, I really appreciate you. I appreciate you all. These are always fun. Night, Mom. Night, Dreams. Night, Northwest. Night, Rhonda. Cam. Everybody. It's been a blast. See y'all tomorrow night. Same wolf time. Same wolf time. I am your lone wolf Usul, and I am out of here.